Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So apparently I have been receiving a lot of messages from international nurses that wants to come to the United Kingdom to work. So I have decided to put this video together to explain the process of how it works. So if you are working overseas as a nurse and want to come to the UK to work as a nurse in the UK, this video is for you. Just so you know, I work in the United Kingdom as an advanced nurse practitioner, and all the information that I'm providing to you is from the Nursing and Midwifery Council website, okay? Also, the other information that I will be providing to you today is also from recognized institutions and professional organizations, okay? One of the NHS employer that is carrying out this international recruitment program is offering free flight to the United Kingdom, free initial accommodation, 27 days paid annual leave, and a lot more. I would explain this more in detail towards the end of this video, as I'm going to show you all of this information, and I will also put the link as well at the end of the video, okay? Nurses and midwives who wish to work in the United Kingdom but trained overseas must gain professional registration with the Nursing and Midwifery Council, called the NMC. So, to register as a nurse or midwife, if you're trained outside the United Kingdom, you need to follow the following step. So you will need to join through the NMC overseas registration process, and I will provide the link at the end of the video. Now, the steps that you need to know is: how much is it going to cost? How long is it going to take? You need to complete the eligibility and qualification application. So this is the first part of your registration, where the NMC will check to see if you're eligible to register via this route. Okay? So for the first part of registration, you will need to provide identity evidence to the NMC. This will be your passport. You will need to provide qualification and registration information, and you will need to pay the evaluation fee to the NMC. I will provide the link at the end of the video. Now, the evaluation fee is £140, which is non-refundable. Once you've made the payment and completed the first part of your registration, then you will need to await the evaluation outcome from the NMC. Once the NMC have confirmed your eligibility, then they may ask you to complete a test of competence, as well as completing your registration application. A test of competence simply means that all applicants are tested for competence through a two-part process to gain registration. Part 1 is the computer-based test called the CBT. It is a multiple choice examination which is accessible around the world for applicants to assess in their home countries. I will provide the link at the end of the video. Whilst Part 2 is a practical, objective, structured clinical examination called OSCE. So that is OSCE, and we call that OSCE. This is held in the United Kingdom in one of the 5 test centers. Now, for the OSCE test centers, I will provide the link at the end of the video as well. To pass the test of competence and join the register, applicant will also have to pass an English exam. The test can be taken in any order. I will provide more information on this as we go on. Now, the OSCE is based on UK pre-registration standard. Candidates are required to act out scenarios that nurses or midwives are likely to encounter when assessing, planning, delivering, and evaluating care. An individual entering the UK to take a nursing role has up to 3 months, that is 12 weeks, from the employment start date noted on the certificate of sponsorship to sit their first attempt at an OSCE exam. During this period, they can be legally employed as a pre-registration candidate. Applicant must complete the OSCE in the UK at an approved test centre. All the approved test centres link is provided at the end of the video. Now let's talk about cost. Let's break down the cost. For the qualification evaluation fee paid to NMC on submission of eligibility and qualification application, this fee is non-refundable, which is £140. The computer-based test, which is the CBT cost, paid to test provider before the test, is £83 per test, okay? Whilst the OSCE cost that will be paid to test provider before the exam is £794. Now, if you fail the OSCE exam, there is the option to resit the exam, but at a cost. And the registration fee paid to NMC on submission of registration application is £153, and this fee is refundable in certain circumstances, as mentioned on the NMC website. Please be aware that all this that I've mentioned does not include the cost of your visa flight to the UK and any accommodation and travel whilst in the UK. However, the NHS Professional International Recruitment Program is offering free flights to the United Kingdom and free initial accommodation. And like I said, I will provide all this information towards the end of the video. To complete the registration application, you will need to provide health evidence, character evidence, language evidence, professional indemnity arrangement, and the registration fee. So this includes your passport, qualifications, self-help declaration. Okay? You will also need to provide a police clearance from each overseas country you've lived in for 12 months or more in the last 10 years. Also, if you have lived in the United Kingdom for 3 months or more, you will need to provide a DBS certificate, which is called Disclosure and Bearing Services. For the language evidence, you will need to provide IELTS or OET if you are trained in a country where English is not a majority spoken language. The link is provided at the end of the video, which explains in detail depending on which country you are applying from and what is required of you. For the professional indemnity arrangement, it is a legal requirement for everyone on the NMC register to have an appropriate indemnity arrangement in place for when they practice in their professional capacity. So the NMC will ask you to declare that you have or we have appropriate indemnity cover in place for whenever you practice. Most NHS organizations and employers have the indemnity to cover you. So please check with your employer before you purchase one. Otherwise, the Royal College of Nursing, called the RCN, do provide indemnity covers. So when you're ready to submit your application, you will need to pay the £153 registration fee like I said earlier on. Otherwise, you won't be able to submit your application. Once you have submitted your application and your references, the NMC will contact your referees to verify your information. Your application will be processed by the NMC within 30 days. The NMC is required to make a decision on your application within 3 months of receiving your completed application. If they fail to do this, you have a right of appeal. Let me ship this in. If you have a relevant European qualification that meets the requirement for automatic recognition, the NMC will recognize your qualification and you won't need to take the test of competence. Okay? This applies even if you are not an EU national, but you have a relevant European qualification. If you do not hold a relevant European qualification, you will need to take a test of competence. Okay, guys. So as I was saying, with regards to the NHS employer and organization that does the international recruitment, this is the website. I'm going to send you the link at the end of the video. So this is the website, NHS Professional International. If you scroll down, not that one, if you keep scrolling, so you can see the benefits in joining. You've got free flight to the United Kingdom, free initial accommodation, 27 days paid leave, and all of that as well is included. Advance of fees for the USCI as well. You've got all of that support there. They're willing to provide you, and then you go all the way down, and that is the button that you need to click on to start the application. Okay? Also, the other NHS organization that is actively recruiting is St. George's University Hospital. So if you come on there, I'm going to send the link as well at the end of the video. If you come on there, once you click on the link, this is what will come on your screen. So that's the Overseas Nurses Recruitment, the NUSCI preparation. So you go all the way down. So that says if you got any concerns or query regarding the NMC registration, you contact that person. So that is the lead nurse preceptor. That's the number and that's the email address that you need to contact. Now, if you wish to apply for a job at St. George's from overseas, please complete the online application form available for downloading in the link below with a copy of your CV. So the Overseas Nurses Recruitment Team is that's the email address, overseas nurse at St. George's at nhs.nhs.uk, and that's the online application form that you need to fill. Okay, so if you currently live overseas, we can arrange an interview by Skype. Yeah, if you're living in the UK or visiting, we'd love to meet you for an interview as well. Yeah, they've got open days for nurses to look around the hospital. Yeah, they also offer residential accommodation, which is available to staff and let on 6 months assured short hold, and that is the price for the accommodation. This is at St. George's. Yeah, so they also have other benefits as well, all the way down. So these are the benefits that they've got. Yeah, so this is for St. George's. Now, the third organization is the Nursing Jobs UK for overseas nurses, right? So if you go all the way down, it says, do you meet the following criteria? Yeah, which is all of that. And then this is what they offer: free recruitment or ski training, free flight ticket, For those applying from within the UK, we pay the visa expenses. We also provide CBT training online and OSCE training on site. Student nurse, non-EU qualified nurses, EU qualified nurses progressing towards NMC registration will be considered alongside with other applicants. Training, support, and assistance will be provided in obtaining an NMC PIN Tier 2 certificate of sponsorship, which is formerly known as the work permit. So you can click on that to register with this organization. Okay? But what I would say is the NHS professional website, focus on that. Yeah, go and apply on that one. Yeah. Okay. So guys, we've not come to the end of this session. This is all the link that I mentioned in this video, every one of them. And I will also be adding them onto my caption below. So if you want to click on them, you just go onto my caption below and just click on the link and it will take you straight to the website. Okay? Also, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'll be posting more content that you will find very useful as well. Okay? Thank you very much for watching.